Business Brain, episode 523 for February 9th, National Pizza Day 2024. Greetings, folks, and welcome to Business Brain, the show where we take a few ideas, we dissect them, we analyze them, we tear them apart and put them back together so that every single one of us can tune our business brains every time we get together. Sponsor for this episode is GoSquaredAway.com/contact. Squared Away empowers highly educated military spouses to become your remote executive assistants, and we'll tell you more about that in a little bit. For now, here on Casual Friday, I'm Dave Hamilton.
And I'm Shannon Jean. Glad to be here. Happy Friday.
Same. Happy Friday. And if you're watching the video, now it actually says Friday at the bottom of the screen. That's what threw me off there.
Switched it up.
If you pay attention and you have listened to the last episode, and of course you're listening to this one, you heard me on Wednesday wish everyone a happy wave all your fingers at your neighbor day. And today, of course, is National Pizza Day. It's also National Develop Alternative Vices Day, National Bagel and Lox Day, National Cut the Cord Day, International Winter Bike to Work Day. Nope. Wow. National Toothache Day. I hope nobody's celebrating that.
That's bad.
Yeah, I decided that on all of my podcasts, not just this one, I wanted to start doing this, where I pick one of the days of the day and just acknowledge it in the intro of the show. And I'm sure it'll evolve and tweak, and maybe I'll do away with it as if I decide it's silly, but I don't think so. I kind of like it. And it's something I've been thinking about for a little while. And it's one of those things I know that, we talked in the last episode about being an influencer. I know that it is important to have little catch phrases, mannerisms, habits, things you teach, little things that people associate with you, so that when they hear, oh yeah, I had pizza. Oh, Dave said it was National Pizza Day. Like that kind of thing is important. We say at the end of every episode, keep living your charmed life, right? Yeah. So that's it's true. It's something that grew organically here, but then we just stuck to it. And I think that this, everyone today has the opportunity to be an influencer. It's not like it used to be where Walter Cronkite was the only one, because he's the only one who had a platform. Every business has a platform out there,
For sure.
Even if you're not in the business of influencing, you are influencing on behalf of your business, or at least you could be. And I think, think about these things. Think about what you're already doing. Think about what interests you. Think about the things that make you chuckle a little bit, like, this National Day thing. This isn't going to, it's not going to change any lives, I don't think. But maybe it will. Fun. But it's fun. Yeah. That's it. Right. It's fun. When we started Mac Geek Gab, almost 19 years ago, there was no Twitter, right? There was no email, was truly the only sort of universal way that people could contact us. We put a voicemail thing together so people could use that too, which of course we have with this show too. 567-274-6977. You can text us or call us and leave us a voicemail there. It's in the show notes at businessbrain.show. But we had those two things, but it was all like, we weren't working together with our audience, right? We were, they were sending us things, and then maybe we were, but it was this very asynchronous thing, and we weren't all doing the same thing. And I stumbled onto this silly game called Nation States. It's still alive at nationstates.net. And you run your own little nation, and all it is every day you get 5 issues that you vote on, and they are ridiculous things. Like, it's like, well, somebody had a problem because they tracked mud into the Capitol building, and, you had to clean it all up. And so what do you want to do about this? And you get 3 options, and they're all very eloquently worded, but it's basic. The options could be things like, well, ban all shoes, require that people clean their shoes every 5 steps, ridiculous things. And you just choose what you want your nation to do. And then you do that. And and there are different regions in this thing. So we created a region for Mac Geek Gab years ago, and it had a bunch of listeners all sort of enjoying playing this game together. And then we had a message board and things like that. Yeah. But it was a fun thing. And even to this day, we haven't done that. I think we stopped doing it 10 years ago or more. But I still hear from people that are like, oh, I loved when we used to do that. Those kinds of things.
You become known for, right?
That's it.
I saw a company, it's some food company, I don't know what it was, some kind of bagel, maybe a bagel company or something, but their tagline is not famous, but known.
Yes.
And I thought that was really great, right? Not famous, but known.
That describes me to a T, Shannon.
There you go. I think we should aspire to that.
Yes.
And it's a great...
I think it's pop-up bagels because I put not famous but known in, and that's what came up. Yeah.
I was disappointed that they came up when I searched for them too, because I was like, I'm going to steal that.
Yeah. And that's the thing, you can steal stuff.
Course,
like it happens.
Yeah. Great artists steal, man. That's the way it is.
Yeah.
But it's a total different. 180 degrees from, we're talking about this massive influencer follower stuff like on the last show on Wednesday, and kind of leads into this concept that I just want to talk more about is really, instead of followers, fans, and how many true fans you need to build a successful business, whether you're a solopreneur or whether you're a huge HVAC company or a real estate professional, whatever it is. How many fans do you need to make it?
All right, Business Brain listeners, ever feel like your to-do list is a bottomless pit? Like every time you tick something off, 3 more tasks magically appear? I've been there, especially when trying to juggle recording schedules for the show or diving deep into research for the next episode. And let's not even talk about splitting my focus in meetings. I tried taking notes once and ended up doodling my way to a new podcast logo on ChatGPT instead. Oops. But here's a game changer. Our sponsor, Squared Away. It's not just about delegating. It's about delegating with style. They match you with remote executive assistants who are military spouses. Talk about a win-win. Your business gets top-notch support, and you're supporting military families too. These assistants aren't just reactive. They're like time-saving ninjas, proactively slicing through your to-do list before you even know what's next. They're the secret ingredient to keeping your business brain focused on the big picture. Squared Away offers custom plans, and their assistants work on U.S. time zones as W-2 employees, not contractors. Whether it's administrative support, personal tasks, or spearheading your team's next project, Squared Away has got your back. So, are you ready to turbocharge your productivity and live that charmed life? Don't wait. Contact Squared Away today to find out how they can help your business thrive. Just go to gosquaredaway.com/contact. That's gosquaredaway.com/contact. And our thanks to Squared Away for sponsoring this episode. All right. So I like where you were going with this, Shannon. So this idea of prioritizing fans instead of followers.
Yeah. So I've been talking about on the show, I'm trying to grow my social media presence on X/Twitter, as we mentioned last time. And good branding.
But see, we can brand this. Like if we stumble on to a funny way of saying X/Twitter, then we just start saying it. And then that's the only way we say it.
Exactly.
Thus far, it's just awkward. So we're workshopping it.
Yeah, but so I'm in some growth groups, which is hugely helpful and beneficial, and you get to work with people and come up and share ideas, and the collaboration's awesome. And there's some guys that are just grind, focus, follow. I got to build this follower. Once I get to 1,000, then I can get us to 5,000. And it's great. And I see that they could be successful doing that. My take on it's a little different because kind of like, you mentioned last time with social media followers that maybe are not real, maybe that are automated or bots. If you focus on finding people that perhaps could use your service or want to hear from you, want to hear your voice, and searching for, and I keep saying this in these groups, I say, hey, look, I'm looking for fans, not followers.
Yeah.
Because I want people that want to listen to what I have to say and want to share knowledge. And we've tried to build this collaborative thing here on Business Brain to grow our collective brains, having to do with business and frankly, life in general. So I think it's much better to connect with people on a much deeper level than just to fill up your stuff. Because if you have 1,000 or 5,000, all these followers, how many are really interacting? When I see a blog post and I go look, or a Substack post, and I see 20 or 30 comments, that's a lot. I look and go, wow, man, to get 20 or 30 comments on your blog post or your Medium post or whatever, or even on X Twit, you have to have people that really want to connect, and you can see the authenticity. So my take on it, there's this concept called 1,000 True Fans. If you search on
Kevin Kelly, who is a co-founder of Wired, came up with it, or at least articulated it that way and branded it, if you will.
Yeah,
and Twixer wasn't around then, so
that's right.
But there's a lot to this, and his whole thing was all you need is 1,000 true fans, and you can, if you do it properly and you maintain a respectful relationship with them, you can monetize those 1,000 true fans into a career, into a salary, or into a livelihood.
Whatever. Yeah, livelihood. You can be a creator, or even if you're an entrepreneur providing different services or doing stuff on Etsy or whatever.
And I think some businesses you can do it with less than 1,000 true fans.
Yeah,
I mean, depending
what you do, and also what your definition of success is.
That's fair.
There's a lot online, and especially on X Twit,
Twixer.
They call it SMB Twit or Retwit for real estate Twitter, SMB for small business Twitter. Everybody's talking about their successes, and it's like, okay, that's great, but I often say, if all you post is your successes, I think you turn people off, and you don't. It's
not authentic, right? That's a word that's way overused, but it's efficient.
It's not real. One of my most popular posts that I've ever done was when I laid out how I made $1 million mistake one afternoon when I said yes to something that I should have said no to.
It wasn't your marriage. Your marriage actually has been a great thing.
No. Yeah. Very
well,
successful.
somebody could probably make that same joke, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But the question I have on this 1,000 True Fans is, how many people do you have to get to follow you to create that 1,000 true fans, right? You're not going to get it with just 1,000 followers or whatever, subscribers, because people don't pay attention. Everybody's thinking, what's in it for me? What value are you adding to my life?
Well, and that's how you get fans, is by continually adding value to their lives. And, what we talked about at the intro here, the silly things of being National Pizza Day, that can be a thing. I'll let you know if you'll let me know if that turns out to be a thing. I
have a question. I have a pizza question for you before we end the show.
Great.
I want to ask you, but
great.
Yeah. And so this whole thing of what value can add, there was a guy I was following on X, where I'm spending way too much time, obviously, but he was a deck builder that built a company called West Coast Decks. And he posted, say, hey, I got some new shirts in. Anybody want one? Send me a message and I'll send you one. Yep. And I was like, that's awesome. Just reaching out, trying to share stuff. And so there's a lot of this, like we started the show. What are you known for? What are you adding value? What is it that you're doing? Are you going, in my area, we always get these flyers like, hey, we'll come do a checkout of your HVAC system for $75 or whatever it is. Or if you're in the HVAC business, why don't you do free filter replacements? I saw a company this morning paying to advertise on Facebook that they'll come drop off free mulch at your house. So this was a tree business. They're cutting down trees.
Yep.
The thing that they have extra of every single day is the chips and the mulch. So they have this huge picture of a huge pile of mulch in your driveway, and they said, here, Click here and we'll come drop mulch in your yard. It's a local business to us. And you know that they're getting goodwill, the law of reciprocity. I'm giving you something for free, but it must be valuable enough for them to pay for a Facebook ad.
Well, they don't have to go pay to dump it somewhere.
They don't have to pay to dump
it.
Yeah, and I'll bet I know they're getting clients out of it.
Oh, of course. Oh, yeah. If you give me free mulch when I need to have tree work done, well, who are those people with the mulch?
Yeah. Why wouldn't you call Quality Tree Care? Those guys come every 6 months and drop mulch in my driveway. So adding value, building that fan base up is that's the focus, I think. And that's the future. There's so much competition, trying to get your voice heard, especially if you're in I don't want to use, I will use this word, a commodity type business where everybody's competing on price. What can you do? What can you be known for? Is it the wrap on your trucks that looks kind of funny or whatever, your name? Is it the fact that you show up and you change people's filters for free or give free mulch? Think about it. And then let us know so we can talk more about it.
Yeah.
Feedback@businessbrain.show. We want to hear from you. We want to share your story. You can come on the show and talk about it. Next week, we have a great guest coming on that's going to talk about his business that's focuses solely on a local newsletter for a single town.
I want to learn about this.
Yeah, me too. And he's great. And now he's helping other entrepreneurs throughout the country start local newsletters and grow them with sponsorship and stuff. So come back and listen to us and share your stories and what are you known for? We'd love to hear it.
Now, Shannon, I know you wanted to ask a pizza question.
Okay,
I'll give you the answer. New Haven pizza is absolutely the best.
No, that's not the question. The question is
what?
Yes. What is the best condiment to put on pizza and why is it honey?
Huh. Interesting. Yeah.
If you have not tried honey on pizza, please try it and let me know what you think.
Yeah, no, I have tried it in Denver. That was the first place that I encountered it. And it there I was taught to use it just for like the crust.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I suggest drizzling it all over the combination of the savory and the sweet. Woo. It's amazing.
Yeah. It's amazing. Yep. That's for you. I don't have a heck of a sweet tooth, so I
do. Yeah.
I will try this on pizza because you recommended it, but I don't think I'll like it. Like I don't like here in New Hampshire.
Your preconceived bias here. You open up.
I know. I'm willing to try it, but like barbecue chicken pizza is a huge thing in New England, I do not care for it.
No, because
they use the sweet. They use the sweet barbecue sauce. If they use the tangy stuff, I might be into that. So,
awesome.
Maybe hot honey. Maybe I'll try some of that.
Try
that spicy
Mike's
honey.
hot honey. Yeah, spicy honey would be great.
Like that.
Yep. That works good.
Yep. Thanks for hanging out with us, folks. Tell us how you like how you like your pizza. Feedback@businessbrain.show. Also, tell us anything else you want to tell us, and make sure you check out our sponsor, GoSquaredAway.com/contact. Keep living that charmed life and have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.